Hi guys, so today I wanted to talk about Webtoons.
Why are you running? Why are you?
I think you either don't know what they are and you're like, what the heck is a Webtoon? Or you read Webtoons in middle school or high school and then forgot about them. And whenever I talk to you and I'm like, hey, have you ever read Webtoons? You're like, oh yeah, back in high school. And I'm like, I've been reading these since high school and I still do. So I sort of want to bring to the masses that don't know and bring to the masses that do to start or continue reading, because I think Webtoon was my Tumblr, truly, and I want you guys to understand that. So I have a few Webtoons I'd like to talk about. I have my computer like right over here, and I'm just gonna start yapping. Here's the chapter list right here, and yeah, let's get started. My name is Issei, and welcome to this channel that may or may not continue. So I think the first one I want to talk about is Always Human. So, Always Human is basically this futuristic, probably like 2100 time, and so if you know about Fortnite skins, which I don't even play Fortnite, but I feel like if you're watching this video, you play Fortnite. Not a diss, just a fact. And yeah, so basically in real life, you can buy skins and change your whole appearance. And the entry into this story is the main character, one of the main characters notices that one person never changes because everyone else is updating their skins based on what they want to look like. You can choose your eye color, your skin color, your hair type, everything. And so I guess they solved racism.
Life does not. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So Always Human is a sapphic love story. And I was watching a video by Kenny JD, one of my favorite longtime YouTubers, and she is talking about the movie Obsession. It's one of her newer videos. Basically, in Obsession, someone says, I'm writing a love story. And another character responds, oh, you're writing a romance? And she's like, no, I'm writing a love story. And that's how I feel about Always Human. Because I feel like a romance has, those specific generic or genre specific stereotypes that happen or tropes that happen, versus a love story can be in any genre. It is in real life. It has more than just the goal of being together and then the world will be perfect. It's more how do we be together in an imperfect world, and as an imperfect person, as a you want to love each other, but do you love yourself? Do you your friendships, your family, your work, if you're a student, all of those things like play a factor to you as a character or as a person that also then build into this relationship you're building. And even once you get into that relationship, there continues to be problems, whether within the relationship or outside of it, that I feel like romances don't portray. The goal is you get in the relationship. The whole movie is about you trying to get together, and then you end at marriage or being together, and it's happy ever after. And I think as a young little sapphic growing up, reading a story about love with imperfect people, with trials and tribulations and making mistakes, it just made me feel so excited still for like my first time being in love. And I don't know, I think that was one of the first two stories I read, and I remember I cried after reading it. It's not a sad story, it really isn't, but I think I just felt so connected to the characters. There's some that I related to, that I even reread the story a couple years ago, and I still cried when it ended, and I still feel like I relate to some of the characters. And that is the best part of storytelling, is being relatable but not being an exact clone of something that you already know. Like, you bring in so much inspiration into something, and I think that is amazing, and I think that is why I really love Webtoons. I don't know, Webtoon always felt like a little nice thing in my pocket to pull out when a new episode appeared each week and just enjoy that time connecting with those characters, and then you'd come back and have the same thing until it ended. And I love Webtoons that do have a finale and seasons, and yeah, it's just like so nice. And it sort of combines the watching reading aspect into one. And one of my favorite parts of Always Human is that they have a soundtrack. Like, I don't know why this is not popular anymore, but I feel like in 2017, 2018, maybe up to like 2020, soundtracks to Webtoons was so popular because Webtoon literally inbuilt a feature where you can play music alongside your Webtoon. I don't know why that's not a thing anymore. It's so awesome. It makes, like, maybe that's why I have such a connection to this Webtoon, is because of the music that also connects you. It brings more senses into it. You get to read, you get to see the amazing art style, you get to listen to such soothing and connecting music based on the plot line, because it changes. And it's like in the world before AI, where it's not AI music, it's someone whose friend or commissioned music specifically for this story, and it almost becomes like a movie at that point. It's colorful, and I love the art style. It's so pretty, and I just highly recommend reading it. Even if you don't care about sapphic love stories, even if you don't care about love stories, I think it's an amazing story just about the characters themselves, about this story in general. And then also, if you do end up reading this, please let me know what you think. It's not my story. Also, let the author know that you like it. And so yeah, that is Always Human. Highly recommends. 10 out of 10. I recommend it to every person I have talked to, basically. What else would I recommend? I'm literally going off the dome right now. Ooh. I'm gonna recommend one that has one of those more Webtoon-esque format look, but I think the story is so good that it is worth it. And the author also puts in some extra effort for some hilarious bits. And yeah, so let me just get into it. The Greatest Estate Developer, I think, is amazing. It's hilarious. I know comedy is subjective. Not this one. Not this one. This one is basically an isekai. I know anime isekais get a lot of hate. I personally have had great experiences with Webtoon isekais. And main character, Suho, engineer, and gets transported into a fantasy novel and is now this like drunk, like terrible character. No one likes him. He is like the butt of jokes and stuff. And so he just starts grinding. He's like, actually, now that I'm in this new world and I get to start over and I'm not stuck being just grinding in real life, let me just make a whole bunch of money and relax here. Because his parents are barons in this new world. So he actually doesn't have that. The reason he is a drunk is because he doesn't need to do anything in the book. And he also has like this bodyguard person who is also a very important main character, and you see him progress is insane and grow as character. Like, they still grow. Like, it is a comedy, but each character is growing. You sort of see Suho grow. You see main characters, side characters. There's actually so many characters that get added, but you still remember them. They're still very memorable in how that they were told before. Even if you take, like, sometimes I don't read Webtoons for months, and then I come back and I'm just like, I'm so excited to read all of these, and I can still easily fall back into the story, which I can't say for a lot of webtoons, if I'm to be honest. The greatest estate developer is something you don't expect. So,
hey Ron. Hey Billy.
You expect a normal isekai, and you expect that he's OP because if you are coming from anime, and he is, but it's so hilarious him going against everyone. I think we need to be less serious about isekais. I don't know I never really looked into the hate because I didn't really care enough, but if you just go in expecting to just read a story that has some interesting plot points, I think you'll enjoy it. Because you don't really expect it. You never put the facial expressions. That's all I can really say. And the story just keeps getting bigger and bigger in a way that, sometimes you read or watch something and you're like, why do they just keep going? Like, this is too much. This is one of the only few stories that I'm like, wait, this is awesome. It's funny. It's entertaining. I'm here for every episode that is coming out every week. And I've read a lot of webtoons, and this is one of the few that I consistently read. It just finished a few months ago, and I would even find future episodes sailing the high seas because I wanted more content. I wanted to read those episodes even faster because how good it was in each episode. You just want to keep reading more and more. This one is pretty old. It has hundreds of episodes. It has ended. It is called The Sound of Your Heart. The art style is a bit interesting, but if you can get past that, you will probably really like this. It is basically about this main character named Choseok, and which is also the author's name. It's written in the context of an author writing about stories about his life in a comedic way. How true they are, no clue, because some of them don't they don't seem real, like they could be in real life, but maybe he's had a very embarrassing life. And yeah, it tells about his time as a kid, as an adult, with his girlfriend or wife, depending on the time, with his parents, and his time in the military in Korea, because they have the 2-year required time in the military. And his dogs, and people have just crazy personalities. The dogs have their own personalities. Everyone, the facial expressions, again, maybe that is what gets me, okay? Maybe that is my comedy, and I'm not ashamed to say it. And you need the comedic timing that I just won't be able to give you in this video format. You need to read it in the webtoon format and scroll and then see something you didn't expect.